King Viserys was quite ill in episode 6 of House of the Dragon, heightening the tension between Rhaenyra and Alicent's power struggle. Though Viserys is still the ruler of Westeros, he has prepared Rhaenyra to rule after he dies. Rhaenyra was a defiant teenager that didn't fully understand her position or the duties that came with it. However, Viserys has consistently attempted to reach out to her and speak with an open heart. Throughout the first half of the season, Viserys teaches Rhaenyra some valuable lessons about ruling a kingdom. The ruler makes the calls in Westeros. The king has a group of noblemen that he feels have enough experience and wisdom to make up his small council. They are there to advise the king on important matters relating to the realm. However, Viserys is often seen dismissing his small council when he doesn't agree with their decisions. He abides by tradition and allows a helping hand, but he is the one that makes the final decisions. This teaches Rhaenyra to always trust her instincts as ruler over anyone else's opinion. Choose a worthy heir. Viserys gives Rhaenyra the title of heir to the Iron Throne, but it's more than that. In doing so, he teaches her that just because there's a natural line of succession doesn't mean the next in line is fit to wear the crown and rule the kingdom. It's likely that Viserys will die before the end of season 1, but Hell have taught Rhaenyra a valuable lesson when it comes to picking her own heir. She learned when her father picked her over Daemon that a ruler must make the choice of who will come after them, instead of simply going by the rule book and potentially putting the realm in danger. Song of Ice and Fire. When Viserys decided to give Rhaenyra the title of heir, he also bestowed on her a dark secret kept among the Targaryen monarchs. He tells her that Aegon had a dream about the Long Night and the prince that is promised to save the world from destruction. This is seen as an homage to Game of Thrones and Jon Snow. Though it makes Viserys a superstitious man, he believes in this legend. By giving Rhaenyra information about the impending doom on the Seven Kingdoms, he intends to make sure the line is prepared to defend the kingdom when doom arrives. Targaryens are not dragons. Before he announces he is going to name Rhaenyra as his heir, he asks her what she thinks about dragons and Targaryens. This is clearly a test to see how she views the beasts that have allowed them so much power. Ultimately, one of Millie Alcock's best quotes as Princess Rhaenyra is when she answers this inquiry, stating that without their dragons, Targaryens are just like everyone else. In this way, Viserys is teaching his daughter to always be aware that their hold on the throne is as uncertain as their hold on dragons. Women are judged more harshly. One of the biggest similarities between Daenerys and Rhaenyra Targaryen is the fact that they live under the shadows of men. Though Viserys respects his daughter, he ensures she understands her position as a woman in the royal family. He makes this clear when she is angered by the accusations of her having a sexual relationship with her uncle. Though she points out a man in her position won't be treated as harshly, Viserys makes a point that she is, in fact, a woman. This may appear cruel, but Hess reiterating that she will always be viewed differently than the men in her house. Bound to tradition and duty, Rhaenyra is quite a rebellious teenager, uncomfortable with her role as a princess and the expectations set upon her. This fuels many fights seen between her and her father throughout her early years. However, Viserys makes it a point that not even the king is exempt from tradition and duty. He doesn't necessarily degrade her for wanting to choose for herself, but makes it clear that's just not how things work in their world. In the end, Rhaenyra knows she must marry and produce heirs as part of her duties. Remarriage is inevitable. Viserys makes it clear that marriage is a duty Rhaenyra cannot avoid, though he does attempt to allow her to choose a husband for herself. He only forces her to wed Rhaenyra Valerian after her reputation is compromised. However, he also makes it a point to teach her that rulers are expected to be married even after losing a spouse, such as he had to do when his first wife died in childbirth. This lesson will likely be important to Rhaenyra after she loses her first husband. Good can come from a forced hand. He teaches Rhaenyra that a ruler must make their own decisions, but only to an extent. While he can decide which wars to face or who to assign as Hand of the King, he still has to respect his duties as king. Despite the fact that this can be challenging for a ruler, he makes it a point that good things can come out of a forced hand. He mentions how he and Aemma were betrothed as children, but were still very much in love with each other. In saying this, he encourages Rhaenyra to make the best of the situations she's in. Shame family in private. Though he is often seen fighting with his younger brother, one of Viserys' prominent mannerisms is his loyalty to Daemon. He may often be angered by Daemon's actions, but he always chooses to confront his brother in private. If he were to openly and publicly call Daemon out on his wrongdoings, that would make his house appear vulnerable. In allowing Daemon to come to Rhaenyra's wedding, though he was banished from the Red Keep, Viserys is teaching her to never shame a Targaryen in front of prying eyes. Actions have consequences. Viserys is a king first, but still a father that needs to teach his daughter lessons about growing up. Though these lessons help Rhaenyra grow as a ruler, they aren't all specifically about ruling and being a part of a royal family. When her behavior compromises her image in the eyes of the noble houses, Viserys teaches her there must be consequences to her actions. Instead of allowing her to do as she wishes and further tarnish her position, he forces her to marry the Valyrian heir to dismiss the rumors she encouraged through her questionable decisions.